Okay, welcome back again to Bitter Truth But Growth. So, as the title of the video says that how to balance your social life and your academics, and we still have our special guest here. Welcome back again, Lerato, and thank you so much for joining us again in today's video. So yeah, what can I say? So like yeah, as it says that balancing your social life and your academics. So we can just start with just the student life. As a student, how is life as a student actually for you in general?
It's been wild.
Really?
It's been very wild.
That wild.
Quite wild. So, I don't check. I leave home.
Yeah.
Home is in Bloomberg. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Come to Cape Town. Mind you now, I'm in Cape Town. My parents aren't here.
Yeah.
It's one man. I'm
alone.
here.
You're on your own.
I said I am going to live my best life. And I did. I did. And I think like with my first semester of first year, not that I was failing because I wasn't at all, but I didn't have a healthy balance between social life and academics.
Yeah.
So like I'd really focus on one aspect and neglect the other. Or never mind, I didn't focus on academics, it was really social life and I'd some academics here and there. But as time went by, like from second semester of first year till now, I've sort of like learned to deal with all of that.
Yeah. So how did you sort of like handle peer pressure? Sort of like maybe during exam times, of like, okay, let's just go out and stuff like that.
Okay, so I don't think I'm someone who can be pressured easily into things.
Yeah.
So what I normally do, especially with my friends, if someone says, "Oh, let's go out to this place," I'll say, "Okay, I'm writing stats tomorrow. How far am I with the stats? I'm writing tomorrow. If I feel like then I won't go. But if I feel like I have time and I can really afford to go, then I'll go." I think that's something else that's very important. Just getting to a place where you know who you are as a person and you start to understand why you're here, like why you're a student. You're studying.
Oh yeah, so to someone who actually maybe is still in high school, what would you say that they should expect as a like when they get to university life? What is the most important thing that they should expect?
I think just number one, adapting to a new environment. It's very important because you get to university and you meet 4 million new people.
Yeah.
Number one, you should be very open-minded when meeting people. Like, don't close yourself off. Try things. Try meeting new people. Try talking to different people, even if they were the type of people you would have never spoken to in high school.
Yeah.
Engage in that. Like, speak to random people. I think the one thing that's important to really remember always is why you're here. Sometimes the student life will carry you with it. You go with it. Next thing you know, you're failing and nothing can be done to help you.
Yeah, exactly. So meaning it's very important that someone remembers the reason why they came to study in general. So like I had a point and I sort of like forgot. Okay, so another thing about university life. Okay, Velo, we're talking about like balancing social life and academics. I like it when you said at the beginning that when you get to varsity, you are just by yourself, no parents, no family members to sort of like bring you back in line when you're just all over the place and stuff like that. So when it comes to sort of like financial budget and stuff like that, you know that you normally at home, they usually buy everything for you. They buy the groceries, toiletries and stuff like that. And when you get to varsity, you have to decide. You have the money, you decide, do I buy toiletries, grocery, or just snacks? So so you as a person, how would you sort of like advise us when it comes to finances as a student, as a university student?
Okay, So I think that I'm someone who's always been financially aware. Something my parents really drilled into me from primary, maybe around grade 6, is just using money wisely. It's something that was literally drilled into me.
Yeah.
So by the time I got to varsity, I was already like disciplined when it came to using money. I can draw limits. So if I'm given a certain amount of money, the first thing I do is budget. So you need to set your priorities straight in. Am I going to buy toiletries and food, or am I going to go to Groove?
Oh yeah.
Very important. You must really just like think about all of that. And yeah, I think budgeting is very good. And what happens most of the time is you get carried away, man. You'll say it's just one night, just one night, just one night at the club,
and 1K gone.
Then Julie, 1K gone, and you don't have anything. So if it like helps, I don't know. I've never tried it before, but you could really just like withdraw your money, then put it in like envelopes. You know what? This envelope is for toiletries. This is for fun, whatever fun is to you. So that means you also have to become disciplined as a person and just know where to draw the line, because hey, you don't want to be sitting mid-month with 3 rand in your account and you're like, I'm down bad. Like I'm down bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's normal as a student to really just say you're down bad,
really
but you don't want to be down bad every month, you know?
Yeah. Becomes kind of boring.
Yeah, not every month you're down bad,
and you have something that you want to buy in terms of the purse says no, your account says no. Why are you going there? You have nothing.
Exactly. And don't go with your chest when you don't have anything.
Yeah, exactly. So from first year till now, what's the biggest lesson that you have learned from university itself?
Patience.
Okay.
And patience. And maybe that like things just don't come easy.
Oh yeah.
And let's be very honest. People leave high school with 4 million distinctions. And that comes very easy to them. Then you get to varsity and you realize that things aren't as easy to get as they were in high school.
Exactly.
So I think that that's the first thing. Like things just don't come. You actually have to work for the things you want. If you decide that you want to get 70 for a specific course, you're gonna have to work towards that 70. It just won't come as easily as whatever came easily to you in high school. And patience, like things take time. If you don't understand something now, you'll understand it in a month. So be patient and calm.
Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like there's another factor that actually leads to student suicides. Like I feel that pressurized and be like, okay, but in high school I was doing so good, but now I'm getting like below 20s and stuff like that.
That too. I think that's also something that really, like that varsity has taught me. Mental health.
Oh yeah.
I, in high school, would have random mental health talks. And I'd be so bored because
you didn't see the importance of it because you were not experiencing it at that time.
Why are you saying you're depressed? Please make it make sense to me.
Elaborate.
Why are you saying you are depressed? Like that was literally just my view. Then I came here and I dealt with my own mental health issues and I said, yo.
Yeah. So mental breakdown is also real.
Everything is real.
Okay, in varsity everything is real.
You could. I think like a lot adds to your mental health. Besides the actual academics, that does a lot on its own to your mental health. Things like you just growing.
Yeah.
Like aging.
Exactly.
Because you know when like you leave an environment you were used to and you're now put in an environment you don't know, you have to adapt as a person. You need to grow as a person. And I mean, I'm personally not the person I was in high school.
Exactly.
Two different people. And in order for that to happen, you have to reach realizations. You have to just go through the process.
Oh yeah, exactly. So yeah, and the issue of like the academic pressure itself, so to someone who sort of like struggles in like moving on when maybe they fail, getting to take failure as a lesson, like those people who have like a negative attitude towards failure. Yeah, what can you tell us about that actually in general? Like, okay, what is it that the person should actually do in order to maybe develop a positive attitude towards failure?
Okay. So, firstly, I think failure is a very good thing. Like, failure is necessary for growth in any aspect. You need to fail at things in order for you to be better at them. Imagine if no one failed, you would just perfect.
Sure. We will be millionaires, billionaires by now.
Even still, like, there'd be no learning process.
Yeah.
And I mean, isn't that what life is all about? Like learning,
yes,
experiences. So I think that's something that's very important to understand. That even the most successful people have failed.
Yeah.
And in order for you to truly be the successful person you want to be, you have to fail.
Exactly.
And like if you fail something, I mean, you can really cry about it and be sad. Give yourself time to mourn. But then when it's time to come back, just like sit down and look at what you did wrong the first time.
Yeah.
Think about how you can improve on that. And who knows, your 38 could turn into a 97. Now you have flourished. Now you have done better than you ever thought you would do. So failure isn't always bad. Sometimes it's good.
Yeah, man, it's all about learning. As you said, that if there was no failure, we wouldn't sort of like learn. And yeah, I think we wouldn't even grow because we grow while we learn. Yeah, so that does like really make perfect sense. Yeah. So like when transitioning from high school to university, you get to have to sort of like be exposed to different people of different cultures, different beliefs and stuff like that. So sort of like someone who is more introverted, someone who is not usually used to being exposed to a lot of people, so what can you sort of like tell that person to expect when they get to university?
So varsity is shocking in every way, in terms of the number of people you're exposed to, into culture, as you said. That's something that's very big. Personalities, backgrounds, all of it. But I think the most important thing to just always try to keep in mind is to be open-minded. And how to think of it is, when you go to university, you can literally reinvent yourself. You can literally be anyone you want to be.
Exactly.
You were in matric and you weren't popular, no one really liked you. You can get to varsity and reinvent yourself to literally be the person you've always wanted to be. You can literally turn yourself into anyone. No one knows you.
Yeah.
So, and to do that, you need to be open-minded. You need to be able to accept things as they come. So be very open-minded, like really just throw yourself into the experience. I think don't be cautious. That's what I did. I just went in for the dive. I think that's very important to just, and try to be uncomfortable. Put yourself in uncomfortable situations because that teaches you. So if you're someone who's an introvert and you like do something that's going to make you uncomfortable, like join a society and talk to society members, or just put yourself in uncomfortable situations because that's very important.
Yeah, for learning. Exactly. So okay, I think that's it. Okay, do you have something more to say?
Me?
Yeah, would you like to say something? Anything?
No, I don't have anything to say.
Oh, okay. So okay, in terms of management, management, like managing yourself as a person, like in terms of like the activities that you do. Maybe someone would like to sort of like include exercising in their timetable and studying and going out. So to sort of like balance everything as a whole at once, so how do you think someone who's sort of like interested in all those fields should do actually?
Okay, I think I'm that person. I am involved in everything and anything.
Yeah.
I do my schoolwork, I go to the gym, I still see my friends sometimes on a daily basis.
Yeah.
I work at reception at Rez.
Yeah.
I work as a tutor.
And you're a mentor.
I'm a mentor.
Yeah, everything, everywhere. So how do you manage all those stuff at once?
I'm deep within societies. There's just a lot that I do. But you just need to really just manage your time very well. Yeah. So what I do is at the end of each day, I'll take a piece of paper and then I'll say, okay, from 8 to 9, so I'm going to do 9 to 10. Literally plan every single hour. Every single hour to the T, so that you know where your time is going.
Yeah.
So if you say I'm going to wake up at 7 to 8, I'm going to have breakfast, shower. 8 to 9, I'm going to do this. 9 to 10, I'm going to do this. 9 to 10, and you don't necessarily have to follow it like strictly. But you can obviously give yourself a bit of leeway. You can say, oh, let me go take a nap, or let me go see type, or let me go. So, but I think that's how I'd advise someone to do it, just to really just know where your time is going.
Oh yeah, but I mean, it's very important to plan your time very well. Yeah, and yeah, whether there are external factors that do happen unexpectedly, but then sometimes if things are well managed, it's very easy to sort of like reschedule around that time. Like, okay, just because this happened, let me just shift this to this part and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you. So like, yeah, thank you so much for being with us, and yeah, your words were really nice. I also did learn something out of that. Yeah, and I believe I would definitely apply your words to my life. Yeah, to my current life actually. Why not?
Then things go south and kill right. Please don't do that.
I don't want to put the blame on you.
Yeah, please. Public service announcement. It wasn't my experience.
You're like, no, Lerato told me, but
I'll say, who's that?
I'm like, no.
Exactly.
So like, yeah, Ben. So thank you so much. And yeah, again, I'll leave a link to her blog, and just feel free to check it out for anything, and also her socials, Instagram,
I have Instagram.
Yeah, I'll also leave those in the description below. And yeah, and if you have any comments, or maybe just questions that you would like her to answer, just feel free to leave it in the comments below, and yeah, hopefully she'll pop up and answer. And if you want her to be back again for another video, yeah, just leave it in the comments below, and yeah, and then I'll bring her back for you guys.
Yeah, come back.
Exactly. Yeah, she's so sweet and she's so cool. She will come back for you guys.
Yeah, I'll come back, okay?
Exactly. So yeah, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
And don't forget to subscribe and like, guys, for more videos like this.
Please do. I'll be there.
Cheers.